Hey man, I ain't grow up without a God. I grew up learning the hard way. No bedtime stories. No, I'm proud of you. Just survival, man. But my son, he won't grow up like that. Because the cycle stops with me. I remember being a kid, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out life without no instructions, you know? You ever like try to act like you understand things just so nobody knew you was lost, you feel me? You ever tried that? You know, me, I had to learn the hard way, you know? I had to learn how to be tough before I had to learn how to be a kid, you know? Nobody set me down and said, hey, this is how you handle pain, this is how you handle your emotions, and this is how you handle everything that's going around you, you know? So I handled it the only way I knew how to handle it. I buried it, you know? And that right there follows you into the adulthood. Talk, bro. Now I got a son who's watching me. He watching how I talk. He watching how I react. He watching how I love. And that's when that started hitting me, you know? He's not just listening to what I say, he's becoming who I am. That's pressure. But it's also a purpose. I don't even react the same because I remember what it felt like to be on the other side of that as a child. I remember silence when I needed guidance. So now I talk to him. Not just like his father, but as someone who knows what it felt like to be misunderstood. You know, because as a young black person who grew up in the ghetto, it's hard, you know, and I hate using these words all the time, but that's what it is all the time, man. It's like the terminology of where we come from, you know, and some people don't like it, and if you don't like it, that's because you've never been there. You know, you never experienced what's going on with the ghetto. You never understood nothing that happened with the ghetto. You only see what you think you see. And in your brain, it don't happen because, you know, you never lived there. So you don't know what to experience and what to feel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, sometimes, you know, my son get on my nerves sometimes. Sometimes I feel like he talks too much or asks too many questions, where my attention when I'm tired. But then I think, like, what if I pushed him away the same way I was pushed away when I was growing up? Nah, man, nah. I lean in trying to figure out what he's asking me. I always ask him, what you want, what you just say? I always ask him that question. Because one day, he ain't gonna ask you questions anymore. He's gonna be a grown man, and he's gonna find his own path, you know. You can raise kids as much as you want to, but at the end of the day, they're only gonna want to do what they want to do. So in these little bit of times that we have with them, we only got a little bit of time when they be a baby, and they got a little bit of time when they becoming taller, and you got a little bit of time when they become preteen and a teenager, and that's it. It's nothing. There's nothing really you could do about what's going on, how they picture things and analyze things for themselves.
For the vid.
You know, we inherit more than just names, bro. You know, we inherit pain, we inherit silence, we inherit anger, and if nobody breaks it, it's just gonna keep going. Father to son, son to his son, but not this time around. And this is why this time around, I try something different. I'm not gonna say the last kid that I had, I ruined, because I'm not gonna say that, but I will take blame for not stepping up where I needed to step up when I should have put my foot down at certain points of time. I didn't do that. So that's on me. This time, I'm not doing that again. Things gonna be different. And I already said that to myself. The way I'm doing things is different. Like, I ain't the same person as I once was 10 years ago. I ain't the same person I once was 15 years ago. I ain't the same person I was last night ago. I ain't the same person 2 weeks ago. I'm different every single day. And if you have to find a way to evolve and be different every day. Because if you don't find a way to be different every day, then you become stagnated. And when you become stagnated, you become stale. When you become stale, nobody want to hear what you got to say. Just like your kids. There is no authority in what you saying. You got to have conviction in the words that you saying. You can't just say, hey, go sit your down. For what? Why I'm sitting down for? What's the reason why I have to sit down? Hey, I want you to go to school, I want you to do this, but why? But why do I gotta go to school? Why do I gotta get an education? Why? You have to tell your kids why, you know? Give them something that they can lead with instead of just telling them something. Anybody can talk. Just like me, I'm just talking to y'all. Y'all like, I don't really care what you say. You don't have to listen. You don't have to care what I say. This ain't about if you cared or not. It's about something to look back on when I'm not here. I make these videos for my kid, man. I make these videos for my family down the road who can watch me when I'm not here no more, you know. You got an audience, Cash, I do got an audience, but a lot of the audience don't watch me. A lot of audience just want to watch the shorts. They don't want to hear real life stories. They don't want to hear the real pain and the real conviction behind the things that I say. I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world, because I'm not the smartest person in the world. But the one thing that I am is determined. And there's a lot of people ain't determined. They don't have that power and that grit like I do. So I want my son to have that same thing. I see it in him. I see something in him that maybe he don't see in himself. Feel me? And like, I'm not raising him perfect. I'm raising him aware. I'm teaching him how to think, not just how to react. And I'm showing him love, even on the days I didn't even receive it myself growing up as a child. My mom showed me all the love, but you need more love than from your mother. Than you need love from everywhere. You need love from your whole family. You need love from your dad. You need love from your grandma. You need love from the damn dog, the fish. You need love everywhere. You need a support. You need a safety net when you fall back. I always can depend on my mother, always, even now. My mom's, she's getting older, but I can still depend on her where I can't depend on certain people. And see, I should better depend on my father, but I couldn't. Even when he wasn't here, God bless his soul, I couldn't depend on my father. I couldn't depend on him. I want my kid to depend on me. He know he can depend on me for anything. Whether it's a math homework assignment, whether it's just a question about YouTube, whether it's just a question about life, he can always depend on me because I'm gonna be there for him regardless, not because like he deserved, I don't know, man. He deserved a version of me, that I never got to see myself, man. People they don't want to do that, they don't understand that. And one day you probably will, maybe you won't. So one day he's gonna grow up and tell his story. And I hope he says, my father didn't have it all figured out, but he tried. And because he tried, I became better. It's your boy Kashmirmattick, man. We just sitting here talking, having a good time. Hey, catch me in the live if y'all in the live. We're gonna play some music and try to get this album that came out last night. We're gonna rewind it back again. We're gonna jump it in. We're gonna have fun, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm all about that action like hee hee. Michael Jackson. Peace, y'all. Love y'all.